Hi kindergarten, it's so good to have you here today. Hey, we are here at Jubilee Farm and we are going to do our virtual field trip on the farm today. We're going to see if we can find some roots, some stems, and some seeds. So let's go take a look on Jubilee Farm. This is usually where we would come when we didn't have COVID-19. So I'm going to bring you here today. We're going to have all kinds of fun. Come and explore with me. Okay, kindergarten, well, here's the first greenhouse on the farm. You can see that there's several greenhouses, and we'll go explore them. In this greenhouse, you're going to find tomatoes. Now, the reason they have greenhouses is, can you see how the light can still come in? But it keeps all the heat in here. So it gets really warm, so they can keep and grow food even when it's cold outside. So the tomatoes that are growing in here love the warmth. So that's why they are in the greenhouse. And let's look at all the vines these tomatoes have on them. Can you see these beautiful long vines? They're just going up and up. And then look at, there's a little flower. And from that little flower is gonna grow a tomato. And you can see down here, we've got this beautiful tomato growing right on that vine, and that vine is the stem of the tomato. There's some beautiful, they start out green. You can see right down here we've got green tomatoes, and then as they get warm they start to turn red, and that means they're ripe. And right from, do you see at the base here, that's where the flower used to be. So there used to be a flower here, and then the fruit grew right out of that. Now I want to show you inside of the tomato. Here's an old tomato. You can see the seeds. And let me see if I can get a seed out here for you. You can see that's an old and rotten one. And those seeds will be right inside of the tomato. Oh, and here is, see if I can find one. Well, that's surprising. Something's probably eaten the seed out of that tomato. Let's see if we can find a seed. Let's see, here's a big ripe tomato. Oh, look at all the seeds coming out of it. And today and this week when you're eating, I want you to look for those seeds. And you can see here's a teeny tiny seed in the tomato. So there's a teeny tiny seed. So the fruit actually grows the seeds. And then we're going to take that seed, and if we plant it in the ground, it's going to grow some roots, a stem, a flower, some leaves, and a fruit again, and more seeds. And that's our circle. Let's go see what else we can find. Wonderful tomatoes. Hey kindergarten, in this greenhouse they're growing onions and they're drying them out. Onions are actually a root crop, and onions grow in the ground. So let me show you. So here's some onions that they have, and these onions were underground and they dug them up, and they're laying them all on the tables here to dry them out so you can come and eat them. But can you see what's on bottom of these onions? Yeah, those are the roots. So these were the roots that were underground. So onions are actually part of the root, and we actually eat this root. Isn't that cool? So I love these onions. There's all kinds of different ones here, big and small and little and medium. I wish you could smell them. They smell good. I hope they don't make my eyes water though, huh? I won't cut them up for you today. But those are part of our root crop. So those are roots. Let's go see if we can find some more stems and seeds and roots. Hey kindergarten, I just happened to be walking by and I wanted to show you some leaves that I found growing here on the farm. These are lettuce, and this is lots of leaves, and I bet you guys like to eat lettuce too, and that's a leaf that you're eating when you're eating it. Over here looks like we have, I'm not sure what this one is. This looks a little bit like chard, so it might be chard growing over here. You can eat the leaves on this one too. Super yummy to eat up. So we found some leaves, we found some seeds and some fruit and roots. Let's see what else we can find to eat on the farm. Oh, look how fun this is, kindergarten. There is lots of peppers, green peppers growing in here. And let me see if I can tilt it down and show you guys. some green peppers. They're a little hard to see. They're right here in the plant. They're green, but you can also see some orange and red peppers growing. So let me show you. I'll get a little closer and we'll get down here and you can see these growing. So come on over here with me. Do you see that green pepper? So there's a green pepper, and then what's gonna happen is it's gonna start, can you see the color changing? Let's see if I can get it down here for you. There we go. So you can see it's going from green and it's turning orange, and then pretty soon it'll be a bright orange color. So there's the bright orange. And then that's also a fruit. That started with a little flower, and from that flower grew the pepper, and then inside the pepper, guess what? There are seeds, and I just happened to find some pepper plants here. So here's a pepper plant, and here's the pepper. Here's a green one still growing, and there's one turning. And if we were to open that up, let me show you what we would find inside. So if we were to break it open, look inside the pepper, we'll find those seeds. And those teeny seeds we can plant in the ground, and they will grow roots, right? And then they'll grow a stem, and out will pop the leaves, and then a flower, and then the fruit will grow, and inside the fruit will be the seeds that we can plant. So I love how plants just make a big circle. Their life is a big circle. That pepper smells yummy. It's making me want some stir fry for dinner tonight. Okay, well, let's go see what other kind of plants we can find. And these seeds are so tiny and little. I just wanted you to see them. So today, next time you have a pepper or any kind of fruit, look inside of it and see what kind of seeds you can find. And maybe you can plant them in your garden or your yard or a little jar on the windowsill. Let's go see what else we can find. This is so fun. Look, I found the flower garden. So they here at Jubilee, they also grow flowers. And guess what kind of flowers I found? Do you remember how we read chrysanthemum? Well, that's exactly what kind of flower I found. I found some white chrysanthemums growing here in the farm garden. And you can see they come in different colors. Here's one that's not quite open. Let me show it to you. Let's see if I can get it good. Isn't that going to be beautiful? Oh, it's going to have so many beautiful petals on it. Here's another white one growing right up here. You can see it. And again, look at how it buds first. Here's the bud. And then out of that bud are going to come the petals. And it's going to open up. And then when it dies, it will make a fruit, and then inside of it will be seeds. So much fun. And you can see there is just a lot of chrysanthemums here. So fun. Let's go see what else in their garden. Guess what I found? I found the strawberry patch. And there are still, usually strawberries are in the springtime. They grow in the springtime or in the early summer. But here at Jubilee Farm, they have a strawberry that's ever-bearing strawberry. So it grows all summer and all year. So I thought I'd show you some of these yummy strawberries here in the strawberry patch. And right over here, you can see that we've got the stems and the vines growing. Strawberries are great for vines and their stems. They have long stem vines. And then from there, you can see that here are the strawberries growing. And you can see they're like a white or a green color, and then they start to turn red. And do you see where strawberries keep their seeds? Oh, look at that one. There's a good one. Do you see all those little, oh, there's a fun little bug. Can you see him? There's a little bug there. And you see all these dots? Those are the seeds on a strawberry. So anytime you see all those little dots on a strawberry, those are the seeds. So when you eat a strawberry, you're actually eating the seeds. And the seeds on the berries are usually outside. of the berry. So when you look on a berry, you don't have to look inside for the seeds. You can see them on the outside. And then they have beautiful, you can see all these vines, and they love to spread. You can see that, but they're spreading to a new strawberry plant. So they don't always have to grow from a seed. They can grow from a vine. So much fun here in the strawberry patch. Ooh, it's making me hungry. I think I want some strawberries now. How about you? Well, hey friends, look. Right next to the strawberry patch is an apple orchard, and there's all these beautiful apple trees. And they are growing in rows here. And it is the time to come and pick apples. So there is lots of apples you can see in this tree. They're growing right on the branches. And you can see here, these are actually their stems. These branches are the apple tree stems, and the trunk of the tree is the stem. And so the branches are part of it. And then you can see the flowers come out here. They don't have any flowers right now though, because the flowers have turned into apples. So there's all of these wonderful apples out here on the farm. And I hope that when you eat an apple, you break into your apple and you can look inside and find seeds. And I'm gonna see if I can break into this apple and we can see some of the seeds inside. Okay, so I broke into the apple and look, right inside is a what? A seed. And then we have all the flesh, and that's the part we love to eat. That's so yummy and sweet on the apple tree. So there's lots of apples here at Jubilee Farm. It smells good. Next time you're eating an apple, look inside and see if you can see the seed. Here's the bottom of the flower where the flower used to be. And then here's the stem where I just picked it off the apple tree. So it's holding on by its stem. And then when we break it open, you found it. Seeds inside. So much fun. Let's go see what else we find. Hey, kindergarten. So here I found the herb farm. And herbs are all kinds of plants, but usually they're leaves. So herbs are usually made out of leaves. And this one is a sage leaf. And it smells so good. Let me show you some other leaves that are here on the farm in the herb garden. There's also, you can see all the sage. And this is what makes your cooking taste so good. Over here, we have a whole patch of thyme. And this one has little leaves and teeny tiny flowers. I love the smell of thyme. And right next to this thyme, underneath, is oregano. So there's oregano there too. And then next to this oregano and thyme, there is some peppermint. So we've got peppermint. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. And then there's also in this garden lavender, which is purple, and it has a wonderful smell and is wonderful to cook with. So much fun. I love seeing herbs in the garden. And I'm going to see if you guys can see the bees are loving these herbs. Can you guys see the bees flying around? Oh, I can hear them. I hope you guys can see that. The bumblebees are so happy on the farm. Bees are so important to the farmers. They help spread the pollen, which helps the fruit grow. And if they aren't here, these little bees, then the farm can't grow its fruit and vegetables. So it's really important. Bees are a huge worker part of the farm. So they need these bees. So cool. Well, let's go see what else we can find.